First Florida man. Endo de Soto. First Florida man. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto. Won't you so loco? Show off your photos. Throw out your Twinkies. Throw up your ho-hos. Tuck in them pinkies. Them shits a no-no. The first Florida man was Hernando de Soto. Brought to my attention by the man with the mojo. My 8 subscriber, I'm up at Goso. Jump in them Sinkies and dump them mimosos. The first Florida man was Hernando de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto. First Florida man was Hernando de Soto.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. How is everybody doing tonight? Good, I hope. How are you doing, Mr. Zed?
Doing good. How about you?
Good. And Mr. 3, how are you tonight?
I'm exhausted, but I'm doing very well. Thank you.
Exhausted, but doing well. We did kind of spring this on you at the last minute, so I can see how that happens. But there's been a lot going on the news in the last couple of days, and I wanted to cover some of it. So I invited the Poor Brothers up here to talk to me about this. Is the Poor Brothers, by the way. Hello, Poor Brothers. Do you want to tell the audience a little bit about yourselves?
Well, we are brothers.
They are.
Yeah. This is my little brother right here, and Mr. 3. We have a channel that just us sitting around BSing, going over a couple of things here and there, but nothing crazy.
That is true. It's kind of like sitting around my living room when Mr. 3 is visiting. Is basically the feel that I get from your show. So
yeah,
it's fun. And I will link their channel in, well, I have mods. What am I talking? Mods, link their channel, please, into the, chat or whatever. And I would like to thank Court Kitchen Chats for raiding just before we went live. I saw you guys come in here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is not my usual show, so it might be a little weird tonight. But like I said, there's some stuff going on in the news that I wanted to talk about personally. Normally, I do body cam stuff like that. So, but as always, if anybody super chats anything at all, my co-host over here, Ava and Zena, will get a milk bone. Mini milk bone. If you donate $10, they will get a duck foot. We will amputate a duck's foot right here, live on air, feed it to the dogs. Okay. $20 and up. Are you guys in? I'm in. I have a bottle.
Let's do it.
$20 and up, and we'll all take a drink.
I'll have to get a glass, but yeah, I could do that.
You don't have to take like a whole drink. I don't usually take a whole drink. My audience knows I have to press the buttons.
I got a glass.
And I've got to work tomorrow, and I'm sure he does as well.
Yeah, well, it'll be fun anyway.
So the first story I wanted to talk about was the Brown University shooting, but there was so much changing that I just pulled up at the latest. I was going to go over the whole thing, but it's like they had a suspect arrested, and I'm like, oh, good, we can talk about this. And then they released the suspect, and now they're looking for a suspect. So I'm not sure what's happening, but let's find out. Let's find out together what's happening. Oh, we lost Mr. Zed.
That's okay.
It's because we have too many things going. Yeah, there we go. Hold on. I can fix it. I know how to fix it. There we go. Just had stuff too big. That's all. Okie dokie. So this is a Brown University shooting. Now this happened a couple of days ago now at this point, like 48 hours ago, right? Was it on Saturday or Sunday that it happened? They ended up arresting somebody immediately after. They had him in custody overnight, questioning him, and then they released him. So obviously he had an alibi or was able to prove that it wasn't him, because here we are now.
With breaking news in the Brown University campus shootings, Target 12 has obtained and authenticated a second video that shows the person of interest near the crime scene. You're seeing that video right here. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kayla Fish.
And I'm Shannon Heggie. A lot of new developments in this investigation today. The investigation continues for the gunman after a man detained for questioning on Sunday morning was released late last night. We've also learned the names of the 2 students who were killed in the shooting.
We have a team of reporters covering this tragedy on campus. Our Sheena Losciuto is live in Providence, where investigators were searching the area near Brown today.
Okay.
And Sophia,
Yo Mama brings up a good point that I was going to bring up in 2 minutes when this is over, but I did look up how many cameras are on this campus, and it is over 800 cameras on this campus specifically, and somehow we don't have a good image of this guy. It's like a shadowy figure. Like, what is happening there? Any ideas, guys?
All updated cameras.
They don't want you to know who did it.
That's what I was thinking, but I mean, who am I to say, right?
Zabo has details on how other schools are being impacted by the shooting.
But first, let's get right to Kim Kalunian, live at Brown University with the latest on today's developments. Kim?
Yeah, Shannon and Kayla, we are 48 hours almost to the minute when those deadly shots rang out inside of this Brown University building here behind us. And as you mentioned, we have a lot to cover tonight as the search for the suspect continues. And so I want to get again to that video that you just showed our viewers. I want to show you another look at that newly released surveillance
What
video.
is this crap?
Providence Police
You
released.
can't even see somebody is there when it's paused. What is this crap they're releasing? They have more than 800 cameras, and this is what they're releasing? Seriously? They don't want to catch this guy if this is what they're putting out.
This second snippet of surveillance video of the person of interest walking down Waterman Street here in Providence Saturday after that shooting. That video was taken less than a block from where we're currently standing and where the shooting happened. And police do tell us tonight they have even more video, additional pieces of video that they hope to release of that person of interest. We're waiting to hear exactly when we might get our first look at that video. Now, in the same area where that video was recorded, FBI evidence teams were seen today searching for what exactly was unclear. They also raked and shuffled through the snow outside the building where the shooting occurred as students were gathered for final exams and study groups. We could see those members of the FBI evidence response teams putting several items into evidence bags. Again, what they were looking for exactly remains unclear. All of this, of course, as the suspect remains at large. As you mentioned, police released that person of interest that they had taken into custody in Coventry late last night, saying they are still seeking information and other pieces of video to try and lead them to the person responsible. And today, too, we're, of course, starting to learn more about the victims of this deadly shooting. 2 students who were killed are being identified by their communities today as Mohammed Aziz Amirzakov, an aspiring neurosurgeon who is a freshman here at Brown University. The other victim, Ella Cook, the vice president of the school's Republican Club, was a sophomore. And of course, their losses have shattered not just the Brown University community, but the community at large. 8 others still remain hospitalized tonight. Our Sheena Losciuto is live for us just around the corner from where we are on Waterman, Sheena, not far from where that second piece of surveillance video that was just released was taken. You've been covering this pretty much around the clock, Sheena, since this happened. You've been in this area for the past 48 hours. What are you hearing today, and what have you seen this afternoon?
Well, first off, we're witnessing the very active investigation really unfolding right in front of us. I want to point out first, we're standing on Waterman Street right now. This is where that new surveillance video was taken. The suspect is seen walking on this same sidewalk right here, and this is exactly where we saw dozens of federal agents today searching the area inch by inch. This is brand new video we took really in the last hour or so, really speaking to how active this search is for any clues. Yellow tape.
I know I was muted, but you would think if they were really out there searching in the snow for something, what piece of equipment do you think would help them immensely in this search?
Metal detector,
Magnets, metal detectors.
shovels.
Yeah, metal detector. Why? What are they doing? They're not going to find anything by kicking around some snow.
No, not especially if it's been snowing like it has been.
Yeah. Even if the snow was already on the ground, if it's thick enough, stuff gets in there. I know you 2 are from Arizona. You don't know.
Yeah, but a little bit of wind's going to have that
It's in
blowover.
I do. I just got 8 inches here.
Yeah. I guess you have lived up north for a couple of years now, so you probably get it. But I'm just like, if you drop, say, I don't know, a bullet or a bullet casing in the snow, and you have 8 inches of snow, you're not going to find that without a metal detector.
You're not going
Yeah,
to find that with 2 to 3 inches.
yeah, exactly.
Was blocking off 2 buildings here on Waterman Street, but that is not where the search ended. FBI authorities wearing those evidence response team jackets, combing the area, picking up items, looking for any evidence. And again, we're right around the corner from you, near where the building is where the shooting took place. Crews were going through the snow, the parking lots, looking for anything to help the investigation. Meanwhile, though, also today in the Wayland Square area of Providence, we saw both local and federal authorities going door to door to homes and businesses. They were asking for videos, asking people to go through the surveillance videos from Saturday from around 1 in the afternoon to 6 o'clock at night. Business owners we talked to say that is a long period of time, so they're working to get that footage to police right away and hopefully help this investigation. Meanwhile, we were also on the Brown University campus today, where memorials continue to grow. A very somber and quiet day as students face this new reality, calling this an unthinkable tragedy. We'll have their stories later tonight. For now, reporting live in Providence, I'm Sheena Losciuto, 12 News.
Thanks, Sheena. Thanks for the report. I appreciate
We
that.
begin.
So what do you guys think of this Brown shooting? Mr. Zed, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I think they're covering something up. Now, it could be something as simple as the fact that their initial people that they sent out there were incompetent, and so they're trying to cover up some of their own personal incompetencies.
Yeah.
Or they know something more, and they're holding it close to their chest and keeping that covered up until they have something definitive or they have a better lead on who they're looking for. The fact that they had someone and then turned around and they let them go the next morning,
Yeah.
that's kind of fishy to me. So what is it that they're holding really close to their chest, or what is it that they thought they had and then realized that they screwed up immensely?
Okay. What do you think, Mr. 3?
I think I'm along the same lines. I don't think they want to give up too much information just yet. It's too early.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
As far as cameras are concerned, I understand it's probably a pretty well-known campus, as a lot of them are. But let's face it, it's still government run, and they're not going to put tip-top cameras out there, so they might be struggling a little bit with that too.
That is true. I want to give people the benefit of the doubt. I want to look at both sides. What I'm thinking with the cameras is that they don't want to put out a photo or a video of a suspect and they're not sure that that's the guy, especially since they just had a guy in custody that turned out not to be the guy. That doesn't strike me as suspicious. I think that the guy was able to, prove somehow with an alibi or something, a receipt, some, video surveillance of him being somewhere else, that I'm not the guy, and here's how I can prove to you I'm not the guy. That happens in cases all the time where they pick up a person of interest, turns out not to be the right person. So, or
it is the right person, and they want him to think that he got his alibi that he's got presented is actually more than what they need, but they think that there's more than just him involved. So now they're following that individual.
Oh, that could be. That could be. That definitely could be, I guess. Anything else about the Brown thing?
I think that as far as the cameras go, if it is an older set of cameras, they're now going to start investing in newer cameras, and maybe some of these other colleges that have some of the older camera systems, they're going to start updating that.
I mean, that's a lot of money.
Oh, it's an insane amount of money when you do it all at once. However, do you want to spend the money and be able to properly react, or do you want to not spend the money and then have this go unsolved at some point?
Correct.
Yep, exactly. Erica for $2. Quit staring at me, Ava. Ava knows how to get the milk bone money, is all I'm saying. She's very good at it. Thank you very much. Milk bones for everybody.
Did you get your
Xena
milk bones,
back.
Chris?
Xena back there in the back. And we still have Leia here, too. There she is.
Samuel
go,
L.
Leia.
It's Miss Jackson.
Yes. Ava is the best at staring down the camera lens, though. She's really good at tugging at people's heartstrings. Thank you. Appreciate that. So I saw somebody talking about the Australia shooting in the chat earlier, and that's what we're going to next. Type Hand says Australian government is considering making gun laws even more tighter, even tighter after the shooting here. Let's get into this, and then I'll tell you what I tweeted immediately after I saw the video of this attack, because I would go the opposite route. That's just me.
Yep.
Oh man, it's crazy to me that people think the opposite. But I mean, everybody has their own opinion. I get it. I get it. I found this report from ITV News, and it is a pretty good breakdown without going into any politics. So that's what we're going to watch.
It all lasted 9 horrifying minutes. On a busy summer evening under blue skies on Sydney's Bondi Beach. Here's how terror unfolded, minute by minute. It's late afternoon, 5 p.m. Hundreds of members of Sydney's Jewish community are attending a Hanukkah by the Sea event. Almost 2 hours after the event starts, and just before 6:47 p.m. is when the terror begins. The attackers open fire from this footbridge at the northern edge of the beach. They fire towards this section of parkland at people attending the Hanukkah celebration. Thousands flee or take shelter wherever they can find it. "6:52, 5 minutes later, police arrive at the scene after the first reports of the attack and try to secure the area. During this time, one of the shooters, since identified as 50-year-old Sajid Akram, moves to the grass. It's there a heroic bystander, Ahmed Al-Ahmed, tackles and disarms him.
Oh mon gros! Oh, mais il va se faire tirer dessus. Il est trop con le mec qui a l'arme.
1 minute later, the gunman returns to the bridge where he rearms and carries on shooting. "30 seconds later, he's fatally shot. The other attacker, who's Akram's son, aged 24, continues shooting for another minute and a half before he is also shot. 7.5 minutes after the shooting started, police approach both attackers on the bridge. Akram, the father, is already dead. Police detain his son, who is shot and taken to hospital, critically injured, and the attack is over.
By the way, this guy at the end that stomps the dude in the head, did you see him? This guy right here. Watch him.
Son, who is shot and taken to hospital, critically injured, and the attack is over.
So my initial thoughts is this angle kind of that we're seeing right here is the first video that I saw. It was like 10 minutes long. It like showed the whole thing from this angle of the bridge where the shooters would have had no cover. And what I tweeted was, imagine if the guy taking this video was armed with something more than an iPhone. it could have been over immediately.
Way sooner.
Immediately, right? So now there's differing opinions, obviously. Some people think that nobody should have a gun except for the government and the police. Personally, that's not what I think. What do you guys think?
Definitely wrong answer there. Go ahead, Mr. 3. I'm a little long-winded on this subject.
I think I'm a firm believer in our Second Amendment rights. So the other thing that kind of took me was that it took them 5 minutes. 5 minutes for the police to get there on a shooting. Why did it take so long for any kind of police personnel to show up?
Well, here's the thing: is I saw videos of police there, but they didn't like the one I saw. I saw a still shot, I think it was, of 2 women police officers like ducking and hiding behind stuff. And you guys know me; I'll take any chance I can get to badmouth women police officers. But when I looked at the picture, I didn't say anything because when I looked at the picture, it looked like they didn't even have duty belts on. I didn't see any taser. I didn't see any baton. I didn't see any weapons. So if they are unarmed, what are they supposed to do in that situation except for to cower behind something and try not to get themselves killed, right?
So a lot of the police in countries like Australia that don't have that Second Amendment like we do, they don't carry guns. Okay, they might carry a baton, they might carry a nightstick, they might carry the tasers and stuff like that. And you're right. The photos that we saw of the initial responders, I think there was one that had 2 females, and I think there was another one that had 2 females and a male in it. They didn't have any type of duty belts that would hold a pistol or anything like that. Yeah. And you're right. What are they going to do in that situation?
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing they really can do is just help people get to safety.
Correct. And I think that's what they were doing, is they were telling everyone to get their heads down, getting everyone to, you know, to get into a safe position behind something or whatnot. And to your point, you know, they themselves didn't have the necessary components to react appropriately to this situation.
Exactly. And the other thing I wanted to, I don't know if it's going to show, I know it showed it here, I don't know exactly where, but the gentleman who, he's a fruit market vendor, I think, or owner of a fruit store, who disarmed the one.
Right.
I don't know where it was.
So,
but people are saying, oh, well, why didn't he shoot? Why didn't he shoot? Why didn't he shoot him? But here's the thing. Like I said, I like to look at all sides. A, not everybody's equipped to shoot somebody. A, but B, guns are not as prevalent in Australia as they are here ever since the Tasmania shooting happened, was in the 90s, right?
Late
they
80s,
don't really
90s, something like that. Yeah.
They don't really have guns over there. These long guns that these 2 were using were all bolt action. So if it had already been fired and there was not a round in the chamber ready to go, he might not have even known how to fire the gun.
You wouldn't know how to rack it and the whole bit. Yeah.
He could have pulled the trigger. We don't know, you know?
He should have known how to beating
the brakes off of him with the buttstock of it.
Exactly.
Yeah. But here's the thing is,
because now that guy had a chance to go back and rearm himself.
Correct.
Now, granted, 30 seconds, but in 30 seconds, he could have.
Well, here's the other aspect of
a bunch of people in that.
Right. Here's the other side of that, though, is he was able to take that away by the element of surprise. Okay.
But he was on the ground. You
right.
watched him get up off the ground. And he was picking himself up.
I
should have never let him off the ground.
You're right. But if you're holding the rifle, you don't want to engage with this guy that you don't know what his capabilities are, his strengths. And then
he could have reached in his back pocket and pulled out a pistol for all this guy knew.
Well, you don't want him taking that rifle away from you at that point. You have that distance. You have the rifle. You don't know that he's going to go back and get another rifle.
Yeah.
You know?
I guess my point is the guy snuck up on him and disarmed him.
Yep.
And he could have just beat the brakes off of him at that point.
You think so, but I've been in situations where I can disarm someone, and if I kept my distance, I'm good. But they could have beat the brakes off of me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
it's a two-way street.
Right, and he doesn't know what this guy's capabilities are. And
I mean, I guess as an individual, I'm willing to take that chance. I would.
Yep, I'm with you on that one. Absolutely, I would have thrown it to that girl that was standing right there and just chased him down and just, tried to do everything I could to, keep him on the ground. But we're talking about your mindset versus my mindset versus maybe someone over that way that doesn't have that mindset.
Also, we're talking about American mindset as opposed to the rest of the world mindset.
Right.
Where I think if this had happened anywhere in the United States, even if it was somewhere like California or New York or somewhere like that, or Illinois, I think that it would have ended differently. I think if the person would have been disarmed, it would have ended differently. And especially if it happened in the South, in Texas, in West Virginia, in Montana, somewhere like that, it would have ended way differently.
Yep, Mama T brings up a good point also. He was behind that tree.
Yep.
And, maybe he was getting a couple of pop shots hidden his direction, and he felt safer behind the tree.
Yeah, he definitely was. And I wish it showed that overhead. Here we go. So where the bridge is compared to like the festival was going on, he was right in line with like the bridge is here and he was right here. So he was right in line to where the other shooter could have been shooting at him.
Right.
So,
and it's father and son. So son sees his dad get taken down.
yeah.
And then there's that distance between, the person that took his dad down and then, starts taking a couple of shots at him. Yeah, guy might be hiding behind that tree for a reason.
Exactly. But yeah, I can definitely say it would have ended up different if it would happen here.
Oh, most definitely.
All right.
Tonight in Australia, horror and heroism. Thousands running for their lives down Sydney's famous Bondi Beach. As police say, two shooters, a father and son, opened fire with long guns on a Jewish community event celebrating the first night of Hanukkah. At least 15 people were killed, including a 10-year-old girl and a Holocaust survivor, and around 40 more wounded in what authorities say was a targeted...
Imagine surviving the dang Holocaust just to go to a Hanukkah event in Australia and getting killed. It just really boils my blood. Really does.
Terrorist attack.
An act of evil anti-Semitism, terrorism, that has struck the heart of our nation.
Of the two gunmen, the father was killed, police say. His 24-year-old son in custody in critical condition. 3 law enforcement sources tell NBC News the son's name is Naveed Akram.
I think what was the most shocking was how long the gunfire lasted. The shots were going on for ages, multiple minutes.
This is the moment a bystander leapt into action, wrestling what appears to be a shotgun from one of the attackers. His name is Ahmed Al-Ahmed, a father of 2 who owns a nearby fruit shop, according to Australia's Channel 7. His family says he was shot in the hand and arm.
We hope he will be fine. He's a hero. 100% he's a hero.
Tonight, his bravery is being hailed worldwide, including by the president.
And saved a lot of lives, so very brave person who's right now in the hospital.
Israel's prime minister accusing Australia's leader of being weak on anti-Semitism.
You let the disease spread, and the result is the horrific attacks on Jews we saw today.
Among the dead, Rabbi Eli Schlanger.
Joy and happiness, prosperity.
A representative of the Chabad Jewish organization, remembered for his commitment to spreading joy.
Raf is joining us now. And in Australia, Raf, gun deaths are relatively rare. This is a place with strict gun laws. And we're learning one of the shooters did have a gun license.
Yeah, Hallie, police are saying the father had legally purchased 6 guns. They found some of them at the crime scene. Others
they actually found all of them at the crime scene, according to the press conference. All 6 of them were there at the crime scene, and those were the guns that were used.
During a raid at the shooter's family home. Police also saying they disarmed 2 rudimentary bombs they found in a car parked at the scene of the shooting. Hallie.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay
We thank you for broadcasting that. What do you guys think?
I don't think tighter gun laws is going to make it better.
I don't think so either. I wanted to play that portion because it did highlight some of the victims, which I never want to forget the victims, obviously. And just that when I first watched that news report and it showed that rabbi dancing, I just teared up because did you see how much joy this man had? And then just to be gunned down is crazy to me.
Yeah, the Mr. Three's point, tighter gun laws, not necessarily going to help.
No, but criminals don't care about the tighter gun laws.
No, they don't. But even if they can't get, a gun, what are their other resources? I mean, they're showing you what it is over in Europe right now, in England, knives. Okay. And what are they going to do now?
Attacks?
Outlaw knives.
Yeah.
Outlaw batteries.
They tried to, yeah.
Yeah.
So one more on Australia, and then we'll move on to the next subject. But I thought this was, it reminded me, do you guys remember after 9/11 how everybody came together and they showed all the heroes and everything? This is what this news story is about. And through every tragedy, it seems that heroes bubble up to the surface. Love to see it.
The horror, there was and were immense acts of bravery. From members of the public to first responders, as shots rang out, there were those who ran towards the danger.
Hiding behind a car, he swoops.
Oh!
Wrapping his arms around the gunman and his rifle, he wrestles it out of the shooter's hands. The shooter then stumbles and retreats. Ahmed waves and places the rifle against the tree and backs away.
Yeah, he was very scared. He was looking, he told me like, I want to die, I love you, stay with me, don't leave me. Yes.
The hero, Ahmed El Ahmed, is 43 years of age. Originally from Syria, he's a father of 2 and runs a tobacco shop in Sutherland. He is awake now, says his father. I saw him yesterday afternoon and we're just waiting for them to release him. Ahmed's parents, Mohammed Fatah and Malaka Al Ahmed, moved here only months ago. When he ran towards that man, he wasn't thinking about anything.
Sorry, every other report that I've seen said that he owned a grocery fruit and vegetable stand nearby. And they just said tobacco shop. Maybe they do both. I'm not sure, but
maybe it's fruity tobacco.
It could be. It could definitely be. But you notice he did not look comfortable with that gun in his arms. He had no idea what he's doing.
No,
right?
Well, I mean, when you initially look at it, it looks like he reaches up for the bolt.
Yeah, he did. It did look like he did try to pull the trigger, and nothing happened. But he didn't look like you or Mr. Zed would look if you got the rifle out of his hands. You know what I'm saying? He didn't look comfortable.
He definitely
the people who were being killed on the streets.
I'm sorry, say that again. I started too soon.
The other guy definitely wouldn't have looked comfortable.
He would have been quite uncomfortable. He ended up quite uncomfortable, as a matter of fact.
That is true.
Differentiating between this race and that race, he fought for innocent people. And it was during that fight Ahmed sustained 2 bullet wounds himself to his upper arm and his hand.
That was very bad. He was carrying, he was shocked, and he's a hero.
I hope everyone in Australia wish everything is good for Ahmed to get back to his family.
So far, almost $1 million raised for Ahmed, including one single $99,000 donation from Jewish investment banker Bill Ackman.
He saves lots of people's lives.
But Ahmed wasn't alone yesterday. This bystander chased after the gunman, throwing something at him, while a third tried to coax the other shooter to put down his gun.
Cuz, come on! Come on, Cuz! What are you doing?
I think it's worth remembering that in all of this evil, in all of this sadness, there are still wonderful, brave Australians that are prepared to risk their lives to help a complete stranger.
Some let strangers shelter in their homes, while lifeguards use their buggies to provide cover for beachgoers. 9 News understands that a team of lifeguards sprung into action, rendering assistance on a number of victims, while a junior lifeguard took to the water to rescue 2 swimmers, all while the shooting was still ongoing. That junior lifeguard was Rory Davey, while Daniel McLaughlin coordinated the team that tended to the wounded.
These Australians are heroes and their bravery has saved lives.
Australians just wanting to help in any way possible. Hundreds queued at blood banks right around the country.
Because I have O negative blood, I thought if I can save lives, it's just really close to my heart as well. And what has happened, it's really devastating. I'm so sorry.
The very best of us on the day we needed it the most. Alison Petrowski, 9 News.
Yeah, so I thought that was good to point out. All of the people that lifeguards like just keep doing his job while all of this is happening around him was amazing to me.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Your lifeguard just rescuing people.
Turns around, and the thing is, those people probably ran to the water because they thought, oh, it's going to be safer there, and then went just a little too far.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's someone that we need to do a show on. If we can figure out who that individual is.
The lifeguard.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, I thought so too. And even just the general public giving blood. It's like they see this happen. Their heart is broken for these people, and they're like, well, who am I? What can I do? And they got up and they did something. You know, and maybe their blood isn't even needed, but they don't know. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Lisa B, I think only one of them's taking a dirt nap. The other one's in critical condition.
That's true. Yes. One of them did get got, and the other one is, I think they said stable now, but I don't know. I see a lot of chat back and forth about what words you can use in the chat. You can use any words you want in the chat. I don't personally censor things like words on my channel because I'm speaking about the news and about actual events that happened. So I'm not worried about getting demonetized. You guys support me by doing super chats, and that's fine. I don't want to downplay or take anything away from what's happening to these people, the victims, in any of the stories that I cover. So I do say murdered, and I say raped, and I say guns, and I say all of the words because it has to do with real people. And when you diminish someone's rape by calling it a sexual assault is when somebody slaps you in the ass that you don't want. When you're talking about, it's two different things. Do you see what I'm saying? So say all the words you want. That's fine. Please don't take the Lord's name and no blasphemy. I would prefer you not have sex stuff in my chat. Other than that, have at it. Yeah, there isn't exactly. That's how I feel about it. Anyway, that's just me. So
just don't go overboard.
Yeah. Exactly. As long as you're talking about the actual things we're talking about and not threaten, don't threaten people, right. Be cool. Be cool, everybody. It's fine. Did you hear about this British lady that was on vacation in Australia? This was not yesterday. This was a while back, but she was drunk and got on a scooter and ended up killing somebody.
On a scooter?
Yeah.
No.
Like what kind of scooter? Like a Vespa?
Like one of those electric scooters that you can just rent in cities? Let's find out about it.
A career break and a chance to travel around Southeast Asia. That trip has now been extended with a 4-year prison sentence.
Come with me to volunteer at Koran Animal Shelter.
Alicia Kemp was 24 and had been teaching English and Vietnam before she and her boyfriend headed for Australia. The court heard that she went out drinking with a group of friends on the afternoon of May the 31st this year. They went to several venues around the centre of the city until they were refused entry to a bar because they were too intoxicated. At around 8:30 that evening, Alicia and a friend hired an e-scooter. Police said that Alicia was driving and her friend was a passenger as they rode along Murray Street towards the junction with King Street. Witnesses saw them weaving in and out of pedestrians at high speed. It was later revealed she was more than 3 times over the alcohol limit for electric vehicles.
An English backpacker is facing up to 20 years behind bars after admitting to killing a Perth father in a drunken e-scooter crash.
Alicia pleaded guilty to a charge of dangerous driving, causing death while intoxicated in August. The scooter collided with Tan Pan, a 51-year-old structural engineer who'd been out for dinner with friends. Prosecutors said he was hit in the back at 15 miles per hour. He fell, hit his head and suffered a significant brain bleed. He later died in hospital. The passenger travelling with Alicia Kemp was also injured. Speaking at the time, Tan Pan's family described him as a beloved husband, father of 2, brother and dear friend. In a victim impact statement in court, his wife described the hardship, both emotional and financial, she's undergone without him. She's now caring for their autistic son who cannot live independently. She said he keeps asking when his dad is coming back. This tragic case has sparked a debate about e-scooters in Western Australia. There have been crackdowns on unsafe riding. The city of Perth and some other areas have now indefinitely suspended hired scooters. Alicia Kemp cried during the hearing in Perth's District Court. The judge accepted that Alicia had no malicious intent, but that it was not an accident and she was responsible for the death of the victim. She added that it was important to send a clear message that e-scooters are not toys.
Ms Kemp is extremely sorry for what happened. It's not a second that's gone past that she hasn't felt the pain of what she's done. She feels for the family. She's not quarrelling with the amount of time. She understands she's going to be punished for what she's done. She's just incredibly sorry.
Alicia Kemp will be eligible for parole after 2 years, and factoring in the time she spent on remand, she could be released in as little as a year and a half. For her family, that will seem like a long time to be separated, but the family of Tan Pan still have to live their lives without him. David Harper, ITV News.
So have you guys ever rented one of those e-scooters anywhere?
No.
Me neither. But I do, wrong button. I do kind of think that they need to be in bike lanes, not on sidewalks, right? Isn't that the rule? And like in the street or in bike lanes, if it's an electric scooter? I think any scooter, right?
I don't know if that is universal. It makes sense to have that. I just don't know if it is universal.
I couldn't really say because
where you live at,
I don't even have sidewalks, so
yeah, it's true.
I mean, we don't have sidewalks either, but we live close enough to a city that has sidewalks.
Yeah,
kind of.
and I see them on the sidewalk, and I see them in the road, and it's kind of the same with bicycles and stuff like that. And
we have golf carts in our area, not golf carts and like 4-wheelers, not e-scooters so much, right?
Correct.
But the golf carts are not just like regular; they're like street legal ones. Like they have lights and stuff. Like they're not like golf course kind; they're the road kind.
Correct. They are. It's a new law, city ordinance for some of these smaller towns that will allow you to run the golf carts.
Yeah, like Peachtree City is like that here in Georgia, where they most people have golf carts. That's how they get around.
Yep. It's just because in that downtown little area, they don't have to go fast. The speed limit's like 25 miles an hour anyway. Golf carts are only going to go so fast. Plus, their golf carts are smaller. They take up less room, so you can park more and you can have more people in your downtown area without as many cars and stuff like that. So,
I think they're all electric, right? So it's better for the environment.
And places, even in New York, like JD's place up in New York, the little town, they're getting ready to do something very similar.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, in the village. So.
Nice. So do you think this woman should have been convicted of manslaughter? I mean, it's just like a drunk driving accident, right?
I absolutely do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad to see, though, that she was remorseful. She wasn't like Like it, not that you want to see this happen at all, but when accidents do happen, and when they do, it's nice to see somebody taking responsibility. She seemed like she took responsibility for her actions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
it's unfortunate, but it's a good thing she did.
Exactly.
And I really don't think that she's gonna probably ever do that again. She may never pick up another drink ever again. I mean, and that's the sign of someone that's truly remorseful, is something happens and then they change what about them got them into that situation to begin with.
Yeah.
Well, she's just going to be changed, period.
Yeah.
Mentally.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
You know, if she's truly remorseful, she's going to be a completely different person at this point. So she'll probably never forgive herself, to be honest.
I imagine that's probably the case. I imagine she's going to need some serious counseling for a long time. I know if that had happened to me, if I effed up so bad that I killed somebody, I would need counseling for the rest of my life. I couldn't live with myself. It'd be horrible, right? Speaking of never drinking again, I am not never drinking again. So don't forget $20 and same rules as booze and body camps. Just saying. Next story, Rob Reiner. What's y'all's favorite Rob Reiner movie?
I don't have a favorite Rob Reiner movie. I did like some of his comedy specials every now and again.
Princess Bride?
Yeah, but I don't think of that as a Rob Reiner movie as much as I think of it as other people, other cast. You know?
I think A Few Good Men for me.
That's not, yeah.
That's just me. Do you want me to go over the list of Rob Reiner movies so you guys can pick one?
Yeah.
Well, let me play this and then I'll pull it up because I don't have it prepped. But I found out about this today. Apparently it happened like 2 days ago. And the news was out yesterday and I just wasn't on the internet, so I didn't know. When I first heard about it, it was that Rob Reiner and his wife were found dead in their home. And it reminded me of, oh, dang, I'm going to forget the actor's name now, but he's found dead in his home with his wife in New Mexico this past year. You know what I'm talking about? Dreyfuss, maybe? Something Dreyfuss?
Richard Dreyfuss?
The chat will know what I'm talking about. I thought it was going to be something like that. Like there was a gas leak or like something like that. Turns out, no. They were stabbed to death.
Right.
Is what had happened. So let's get to the news story.
Back with a Fox News alert. Governor Gavin Newsom confirming that Hollywood icon, director Rob Reiner, and his wife, Michelle, are dead. Newsom saying, quote, "Jen and I are heartbroken by the tragic loss of Rob Reiner and Michelle Singer Reiner. He made California a better place through his good works. Rob will be remembered for his remarkable filmography and for his extraordinary contribution to humanity." But the LAPD revealing little information about their investigation so far. They did confirm, though, their robbery homicide division would be overseeing the case. Former homicide detective Brian Foley joins me now. Brian, why are they being so tight-lipped at this point?
Well, as a homicide detective, you want as very little information getting out there as possible, unless you want it to get out there. And we'll talk about that with Providence, when you don't want too much information getting out there. So they're going to be very tight-lipped. This is not an active scene in that there's an active danger there. So now this becomes a highly forensic scene. And what the detectives, I can tell you, are doing right now are securing search warrants. They need a search warrant to search a victim's house. This is a stabbing, Todd, and what do I always say? Stabbing is a very intimate and emotional crime, and almost always the victim is known to the suspect. However, this is a very highly public and outspoken person, so that kind of eliminates that. But you hope two things. One, that this suspect has revealed themselves through hate messaging to the victim in the past, and his security people will know it, and that the scene becomes now the main point of evidence. This is a highly forensic scene. you're going to have maybe one of the best homicide divisions and crime scene processing in the world on that scene processing it. When there is a stabbing, you hope that there was a struggle and that there's transferred DNA. What do I mean? The suspect's hair, the suspect's skin, you look under the victim's fingernails and you hope that there's DNA evidence there.
Why did the LAPD need a search warrant? Because when I was in law school, the one thing I remember is if there's an active crime scene and you can see that there was a stabbing in plain sight, you don't need a search warrant. Why here?
You don't need a search warrant immediately to see if there's a suspect still in the place. But once you know that the scene is safe, there's no suspects in there, you have evidence of a crime, that the crime happened there into that residence. You don't know what you're going to find there. Maybe something that'll get somebody else in trouble. So that search, why not obtain the search warrant and move forward as best you can? This is a murder investigation. You can't afford to make any mistakes. The detectives will work with the prosecutors to make sure no mistakes are made there. There's going to be video. This is a person of means that is going to have a security system on a street that is going to have security systems with people with means. So I like the solvability factor.
That's the other thing. I was thinking this earlier today. I am nobody, and we have security cameras set up, or we can see every angle of our house outside. So can't they just look at the video cameras and see who murdered, like who was there?
When you start getting into that, you need a warrant for the video footage.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They just can't grab the video footage there.
Well, we have it paused. Need Coffee has been a member for 2 months. Thank you so much. Love for Xena and Ava. There they are. There's Ava. There you go. And we have our visiting dog, Leia, here, who does not care about that milk bone one bit. And Xena. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
That are coming into this, that are going to come into this case, but I don't expect the detectives to be putting that information out there unless they want us, the public, to know it.
I'm glad you mentioned video, because let's go to Brown. The shooting there at Brown University, the person of interest that they had, that they didn't necessarily broadcast to the world.
Okay,
but people
they're done
found
talking about Rob Reiner. So let's look at some Rob Reiner movies. Princess Bride, Stand By Me, also another good one.
That is a good movie.
Spinal Tap. This is Spinal Tap.
You know, I do remember that one. Yep.
Misery.
Yep.
Freaking awesome movie. Kathy Bates is terrifying in that movie.
But again, some of these movies the first instinct is not, oh, Rob Reiner's in that. It is
no, he's directing all of these movies. He's not acting in them. He's the director of all these movies.
He acts in some of them.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, he's in Spinal Tap. Absolutely.
A Few Good Men.
Yep.
Love that movie. When it flipped, I don't know what that is.
I
it's
personally
only
like
got
A Few Good Men.
A Few Good Men was awesome. When Harry Met Sally, The Bucket List. I've seen like almost all of these movies. 8.9, never heard of it. The Sure Thing. All of the movies that have like mediocre scores, I've never seen or heard of. The Magic of Belle Isle. No idea.
Mm-hmm.
The American President, Ghost of Mississippi, LBJ. Being Charlie. Now, Being Charlie is the one that he created with his son that is in custody right now, having allegedly murdered him. His son apparently wrote the movie and he directed it. I haven't seen it. The Story of Us. There's a lot. There's a lot. I'm going to have to say A Few Good Men or Misery are my favorites out of this list. What do you guys think in the chat? A Few Good Men, When Harry Met Sally. Yeah, there's a lot of good movies. LBJ was good. I haven't seen that one, but I think I would like it. I like those sort of biopic movies, right?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I do. Guilty as charged. All right. Let's see what's going on here.
Following some breaking news, Rob Reiner's son, Nick Reiner, is now in custody after Rob Reiner and his wife were found dead from apparent homicides at their home in Los Angeles yesterday. Let's bring in CBS News senior coordinating producer for crime and public safety, Anna Schechter. Anna, this had been sort of out there for quite some time, but what are we learning now that we can confirm?
Well, we've just confirmed that their son, Nick Reiner, was arrested on Sunday.
So yesterday, yeah.
Yesterday, last night, he was booked today. He's being held on $4 million a bond, and there are no...
So they're not saying what he was charged with, but he's being held on $4 million bond, and his parents were just found stabbed to death in their home. So I think we can use context clues and put two and two together.
Yeah.
I'm assuming there'll be an arraignment sometime in the next day or two where they'll have to read his charges out loud to the public. So, but $4 million bond, come on.
No charges listed in the Los Angeles County records that we've reviewed. So we are awaiting those charges, information on those charges, and the next steps. Will he be arraigned today or tomorrow? Will those charges be read to him?
That's what I just said.
Right now we know that Nick is in custody at this time. We can also report he's one of the three children. They had two sons and a daughter. He had spoken publicly about his substance abuse issues in the past. He talked about having been homeless, living on the streets. He and his father actually worked together on a film based on that experience years ago.
Being Charlie.
Exactly, exactly. And so this is just such a tragic turn of events. And yes, we were hearing, even late last night, we were kind of hearing reports that it was a family member, that it was one of his sons, potentially Nick, and now we have that confirmed.
And what's incredibly disturbing to me is the time. I mean, it happened in the middle of the day, right? Like, that's what they think.
That's when they found him.
Or is that when they first discovered?
They discovered the couple they were already dead, and that they had been dead for some period of time. We do not have a time of death. Now, the medical examiner was there for hours, so let's wait and see what the medical examiner says. Usually a medical examiner will give an estimated time of death, so we don't know exactly when the alleged murder happened, but we know they were found yesterday afternoon, just a afternoon time, not like in the middle of the night or anything like that. And just tragic. Nick's sister lives across the street. There have been reports that she actually was the one who found them, so we're drilling down on that. But what a tragedy for this family. And just recently, a couple months ago, Leslie Stahl sat down with him for 60 minutes for an interview. It's just unbelievable.
What's incredibly disturbing and striking to me is not just in the... Rob Reiner brought so much joy to millions of people. He was such a prolific artist, and his films, as we've talked about, range in genre from comedies, obviously, love stories, horror films, when Misery, people forget that he did Misery, A Few Good Men, The American President, which was a movie that, for me, gave me a little bit of an insight into what life as a president of the United States could be. Michael Douglas.
Such a range.
He had such a range.
And excellence within that range.
And to then, to meet your end in such a violent way, and now with the suspect being the child that you taught how to ride a bike, and that you once gave a baby bottle to. It is incredibly sad. And also, we're in day one of Hanukkah. Rob Reiner and his family were towering figures in the Jewish community in Los Angeles.
They were probably getting ready to celebrate
100%
the first night of Hanukkah.
That's right. There's a Truth Social post by the President of the United States. I want to post.
I just they're gonna show you this truth. Have you guys seen this Truth Social post?
No.
Okay, well, I don't know if President Trump's approval rating can go down any further, but I'm telling you what, he is gonna lose people I disavow 100%. This is ridiculous. This Truth Social post. What the heck? What the heck? Listen to this crap.
I want to show it to our viewers here. And the president says, quote, "A very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood."
Imagine finding out even your worst enemy is stabbed to death, murdered in their own home, and you turn it around and make it about you. It's insane to me. Sorry, I'll let the news reporter read it.
Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away together with his wife Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome. First of all, Rob Reiner was not struggling. I'll just say that. I'll fact check that right now. The movies that he helmed, even just recently, it's what's crazy to me is I just watched Spinal Tap 2, like the reboot of Spinal Tap this weekend.
By the way, all of the movies that we said, oh, that's a good movie, I remember that one, were all from years and years and years ago, and all of his new stuff, we're like, what? Never heard of that. So maybe some truth to that, but also just murdered in their home on the first day of, or the day before the first day of Hanukkah. What are we doing here? I'm going to skip the rest of them jabbering about it. But what do you guys think? About what's going on, like with the murder? Do you think his son did it, or is it too soon to tell? And this post that President Trump put out. What the Sorry, I'll let you guys have your opinions too. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah.
Listen, I don't do much with TV and news and all that, so this is all very new to me. My
gut reaction.
Like I don't have TV. I really don't. I just don't watch it.
Yeah.
I know the guy, and I know of him, and I know of some of his movies he's done. So, but as far as did his son do it? I mean, $4 million bond. I mean, the guy's worth money. He's going to have his own money, so that might be nothing to him. But that's still pretty high stakes for bond.
True.
And as far as Trump, he needs to get over himself.
Yeah, exactly. I did see somebody in the chat say that, he'll probably make that bond, which is fine. In my opinion, the purpose of bond is not to punish somebody. It's to make sure they come back for court. So he's innocent right now until proven guilty. So having a $4 million bond for somebody of this stature seems appropriate to me.
I think the idea that the son is in prison,
jail, but yeah.
Jail at the moment, is indicative of maybe him not actually doing it himself, but maybe having information on what was done.
Yep.
Maybe he paid someone to do it, or had it done. Maybe he didn't do it himself, but
I will tell you that I did hear, just when looking at social media today, that Michelle, Rob, and the son were at Conan O'Brien's party the night before they were found, and they ended up leaving the party because they ended up getting into a huge argument and then leaving Conan O'Brien's party. So,
well, again, did he do it, or did he have someone else do it?
I'm thinking, I don't think that he had somebody else do it personally. I think if he did do it, I think he did it himself. I know he was struggling with mental issues and had past issues with addiction. So
yeah,
I think he maybe he fell off the wagon and his parents threatened to take him out of the will or something like that, and he just snapped. I don't know. This is all just what I'm thinking might have happened, by the way.
Yeah, usually though, you take it out on the one that's the biggest proponent of what you're trying to do. You don't take it out on both.
Yeah, but if they're both there. And it's not like it's not like it was his dad and his dad's wife. It was his mom and dad. Like it was like Rob Reiner has been married to Michelle since like the 90s or something, and all 3 kids are both of theirs. And you know what I mean? It was one of those Hollywood marriages that actually lasted for more than a year, right?
I have to agree with that. With their stabbing's personal.
Yeah.
It's not something you'd hire somebody to do.
Yeah.
I believe that was what, Erica? Something. I it's moved so fast.
Cerebral tackle for $5. Indecent proposal. Trade a ton of fishing tackle, some alcohol, and some duck feed in exchange for a weekend in Paris with Ava. Ava's not my dog, so thank you, Cerebral Tackle. I appreciate that. Yeah. I mean, I think Erica and Chris are right. I think if he had hired somebody to do it, it wouldn't have been a stabbing. I think if he hired somebody to do it, it would have looked like an accident.
And also, I don't think it would have happened that fast.
That's true, too.
You can have an argument the night before, and then it's just in the middle of the next day, and they're already deceased.
Yeah.
It happened that fast.
Yeah. No. Good point.
And now, the horrible side of 2025, when stuff happens in 2025. So this is just outside of Rob Reiner's home, where they're conducting a murder investigation. I think this was earlier today. Insane.
Hi.
Internet influencers, by the way, just set up camp on the street outside of a murder victim's home. What are we doing, guys?
Not well.
Yeah.
Gentleman over here was threatening me.
Yeah, there's a lot. He said, she said, she said, he said, a lot of.
I have everything on stream. I have thousands of viewers. I'll show you my footage.
Okay.
The guy tried to grope me. I have autism. I'm sitting here minding my own business. Guy kept grabbing me inappropriately, and I'm uncomfortable. I want to press charges. I want to press charges. Yes.
Let's go down there and watch it. Let's go watch it over.
I'm gonna leave my stream here.
That's fine. Please, we'll just go to the end.
I'm leaving my stream here.
So we can see it, but it's a little bit quiet.
Gentleman over here is making threats towards me. My stuff was molested.
His stuff was molested. Somebody touched his tripod or something, and the sentence that he comes up with in his brain is, "My stuff was molested." What are we doing?
Well, his fashion can tell you a little bit.
I mean,
I'm standing on what I believe in.
I cannot see in my head somebody an adult wearing a Burger King crown without thinking of that guy on that airplane, that racist guy on the airplane. So
that's what I'm talking about.
Just saying.
For my in the chat. He touched my property, and he's invading my creative bubble.
Can you guys step back over there, please? Thank you.
I don't pay a lot of money to the directors.
We are Purple Heart We are Purple Heart.
Where's that?
This gentleman sitting in this car thought it'd be a great idea to pull up to a murder scene and blast his music.
Well, you don't want to get copyrighted over that music coming out of that car.
That is not that's like AI music. I'm not worried about it.
Hey, can you turn it down, please? Can you turn it down, please? Someone just died. Have some decency, please. All right. Is your friend here? So, look, we're just trying to keep the peace, keep the music down. We're getting complaints that people are harassing each other around here. There's possibly a pepper spray. We don't want it to get out of hand.
These guys are actually harassing me. They're threatening me.
Okay.
Come up to me like threatening me.
Okay, well, just turn down your music, okay? That's all we want.
After 7 a.m., I'll stop a lot of this.
someone just died, though. We just want.
This guy's like, oh, but the law is however many decibels. I'm allowed to. Somebody was just murdered in their home, and you think that it's appropriate? Like, you think this is human behavior? We live in a society. What are you doing? Have a modicum of respect for the dead.
There is none of that.
Nope.
We want to give the
These guys are all like trying to profit off the man that died.
Okay. All right, just keep it down, okay?
Did they pay you?
No, we're getting
They're all
calls.
trying to profit from this.
Okay.
They're all like
Look, we just got phone calls. Just keep it down, okay? That's all we want.
Legally, to have to keep it down though?
Yeah, please. Go for the other party. Sir,
up here.
Thank you. Where's the other guy?
Good Mexican Randy. Good Mexican Randy with his big $50 dono. Let's get it. No.
So, what do you guys think of that?
All right, so right off the top.
Mexican Randy?
Mexican Randy gave a $50 dono.
Okay.
Shout out Mexican Randy.
Yeah. Come
Where
on
you
over
at,
this way.
Mexican? I was gonna say, where you at, Mexican Randy? Everybody's welcome here. Ryan Love wants to know what's Poor Brothers?
Well,
That's them. These
That's
two
us.
guys on the screen. Here, I'll put the link in the chat. Bam. This is Mr. Zed and Mr. 3. And they are brothers and they pour whiskey.
And we talk about nonsense and some things
Day-to-day
that are funny.
life.
Yeah.
History.
Just a little bit of BS here and there.
Just
Nothing
anything
crazy.
that comes to our minds.
Yeah.
Yep. Go subscribe. Go subscribe and then come back. Yeah, you know what? Here's my issue. I have one of those as well that says booze and body cams right here. But whatever I need to have you press the button on my camera because I get blurry and then it's not in focus. So I don't know what to do. And I can't reach the camera. And if I reach the camera, then it focuses like here instead of here.
Right. Well, it's not going to read the. It's not. You're not going to be able to read it.
And press the button.
Just because of how far away it is and with the LEDs.
Yeah, I can't do it from here.
But I had to finagle mine just a little bit in order to be able to see it the way it's supposed to.
I was going to say press the button so you can see what happens when you get a donation, but that's what it does. Mine does the same thing. I don't know how to work it. But Poopy Star in the chat sent us those. I don't know how to work mine. Anywho. Cerebral Tackle says, Mr. Zed is a cool dude, and I only know of Mrs. 3? No. But if he, I have no idea what you're trying to say here. But if he landed her, he must be okay. So props. Opposite. See, KTZed and Mr. Zed. And then Mr. 3 is there. And Mrs. 3, I don't think you have met yet.
Nope.
Maybe someday. Maybe. Have you heard of this case out of Oklahoma of this kid who committed adult crimes on teenage girls and was facing 87, I believe, years in prison for the adult crimes he committed against these women? And the judge and the prosecutors in the case decided that it'd be a good idea to charge him as a minor, even though he committed adult crimes, and give him probation. Have you heard of this?
I have heard of similar situations. I don't know if I have heard of this particular one.
Chat, have you heard of it? Do you know what I'm talking about? They'll let me know. I'll play it so you guys can see what's happening.
TJ Eckert with 2 News, following a case in Stillwater that's gained widespread attention on social media. A high school student's pleading no contest to several rape and domestic assault charges. Jesse Butler was arrested back in March on 10 rape-related charges involving 2 underage girls. Investigators say the crimes happened over multiple months in 2024 when Butler was around 17 years old. Victim statements from both girls say Butler forced them to perform sexual acts, and both say Butler strangled them to the point of unconsciousness. The case now sparking outrage online after prosecutors reclassified him as a youthful offender despite initially charging him as an adult. I talked with Kimberly Jantz with the Tulsa County DA's Juvenile Division about how that process works and what factors can lead to such a decision.
This is an area of law that is incredibly complicated. The biggest factors are what was the crime and what is the age of the defendant.
Jantz didn't speak specifically about Butler's case since it didn't happen in Tulsa County, but says the most significant change that can come deals with sentencing. Butler originally sentenced to 78 years in prison. That changes as a youthful offender, or YO.
Wanting to do the YO aspect gives you the possibility of rehabilitating yourself before having to serve a long sentence in the Department of Corrections.
We reached out to the Payne County District Attorney, Butler's attorney, and the Office of Juvenile Affairs, but haven't heard back. I'm TJ Eckert with 2 News Oklahoma.
Choked them to the point of unconsciousness. These are teenage high school girls who were younger than him. He was 17 at the time.
So we're talking like 16, 15-year-old high school
Yes.
girls?
Yes. That's what we're talking about. And the judge thinks, no, you're good. You could be rehabilitated.
How much money did that judge get to do that?
I don't know.
Because no judge, and I guarantee you this guy's got kids, in their right mind is going to let that slide.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Insane. I just think a crime like that committed by a 17-year-old should not be tried as a juvenile.
No, he is.
And even if it is tried as juvenile, zero time in jail or prison. 0. Just make sure you go to your counseling appointments. Don't get into any more trouble. What?
No. That does no justice for the girls at all.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It does no
0.
justice for him to even get rehabilitated, like properly rehabilitated. Yeah, no.
0 justice for these young ladies. There's 2 of them, by the way. And I think there was more. It's just 2 of them that he was tried and convicted for, or pled no contest for, or whatever.
And someone says that he's a big kid.
Yeah, I have the body cam right here of him getting arrested. It's only a couple minutes long, but listen to his mom. His mom, I want to kind of slap her around too, because she's there when he gets arrested. Let's watch this. And Hubert, I have not. This you just showed up here. What are you talking about? Neglecting the Rumble chat. Come on now.
Ready to obviously tell our story too.
Yeah.
Jess, it's Mom. Open the door. It's me.
And if you'll just have him step out.
Okay. Give me your wallet and phone and stuff. So, okay.
I have
Your
seen
what?
the kid.
They're in the car.
This is not a small child.
No.
He's as tall as the doorway almost. Are you kidding me? He choked women to the point of unconsciousness. They were hospitalized.
Okay, it's fine. It's not locked or anything, is it? Okay. So, can you tell him what you just told me, or?
Yeah, so we're here. We're obviously going to place you under arrest. There's a warrant for your arrest. We're going to take you to the jail. I told your mom that she can contact a bondsman, and you shouldn't be very long, but there just is a process for paperwork and stuff. But right now you do have to come with us, and I do have to put you in handcuffs, so turn around for me.
You have to put him in handcuffs?
I
You know we're going to win this. It's okay.
Yeah. You see what she said there? You know we're going to win this, is what the mom just whispered to him as they're putting the handcuffs on him. You know we're going to win this. Yeah, apparently they did win. because yeah, exactly, Mr. 3, exactly. Oh, I'm having a drink. I'm having a drink right now. I don't care if you guys donate $20 or not, but this is just pissing me off so freaking much. Cheers, y'all. We're gonna win this.
He's a bright mind. He's not stupid.
He should have to pay for the girls' therapy, by the way, for the rest of their lives.
It's okay. Yeah. I'll get you out. For me? All right, stay silent. Rick knows about this. Candy's on this. Dad's on his way. We're coming to get you, okay? Stay strong, okay? Say your prayers. Okay, so he's going to go right to the city of Stillwater jail, and if you'll just contact her, then she does this all the time. She knows what to do. Yep.
Make sure
Okay.
she knows Stillwater Police Department, not county.
Stillwater Police Department
We're the ones
on
that-
Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let them know
perfect.
that we're the ones that picked him up.
And
They
when
don't-
you say we are the ones.
Stillwater PD.
Stillwater PD.
Yeah.
Okay.
That way they don't think he went like straight over and he's over at the county.
Awful experience for a child.
Did you hear that? Do you see what the mom is saying here? What an awful experience for a child to have to be handcuffed and put in the back of a car. What an awful experience for those two girls. How about that, Mom? How about effing that? What an my poor baby. He would never do anything wrong. Oh, my poor baby's getting handcuffs put on him. Are you kidding me?
You see,
God.
your mama's right in one aspect. Okay. You can still be there for your child.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But being there for your child is making sure they get punished for doing what they did.
Yeah.
Making sure that they get the help that they need, and that might be years of mental health and everything, but you don't discount what they did, and you don't coddle them either.
Yeah. And by the way, during this arrest, he's 18 at this point because it had happened. So right now in this video, he's 18. He's an adult here.
Yep.
Experience for a child.
Sorry, did you say something? Go ahead.
So that means that he was already under investigation prior to this.
Yeah. Yeah, they had to do the investigation. He had a birthday while they were doing the investigation. Turned 18.
Gonna pat you down and spread your feet for me. Nothing in your socks.
Love you, Jess. See you in a bit.
Crazy, right?
The privileged kid from a...
I really couldn't believe this story when I first heard it. I could not fathom how this happened.
The only thing he's sorry about is the fact that he got caught.
Yeah.
You can see that in his eyes. You can see it in his face.
Exactly. So the community's a little upset, as am I. And I can't even imagine how I would feel if this was happening in my community. I'd be right out here with these people. I know that there is a lot of divide in this country over politics, but I'm pretty sure this is something that every single person can get on board with. You'll see, the reason I pulled up this particular news story is because the diversity of people in this crowd protesting for this guy to get jail time is
just look
across
at
the
there.
board.
Look at the back of that. It's a
Yeah.
rainbow of people, and I don't mean
Exactly.
that. I don't mean that in a nasty or. This is the people, the variety that you see there hits one side to the other.
Exactly. Yep.
Was recently convicted for multiple violent sex crimes, but was allowed to walk free with no jail time. Oklahomans are now protesting, demanding for justice.
We're out seeking justice for women and girls in Payne County and all of Oklahoma.
By the way, if you're going to be out protesting, trying to get your message across, maybe make a sign that can be shown on the news that doesn't have to be blurred, because that's not helping. And I'm sure whatever she put on this sign could have been said in a way that her message could have gotten out. And honestly, I want to hear what she has to say, because she's on the same side as I am on this anyway, right?
Yep, yeah, absolutely.
Oklahoma.
Oklahomans are demanding justice after they say a judge gave a teen convicted of violent sex crimes a lighter sentence.
I feel like there are a lot of people out here in the community that have been punished way worse for way less crime. And the fact that he got away with just a slap on the wrist is appalling.
According to court documents, the teen faced 11 charges that carried 78 years of jail time. He pleaded no contest and was allowed to be treated as a youthful offender because he was a minor.
The judges and DA have put the community in danger. We're not going to stand for it.
Protesters outside the Payne County Courthouse Wednesday morning are demanding action.
We're protesting Judge Susan Worthington and demanding her immediate
Can you
resignation.
believe?
We're protesting the
Can you believe it was a woman judge who allowed this? When I heard that, I was flabbergasted. How did this happen?
Payne County District Attorney's Office and demanding the immediate resignation of the ADAs who made this deal.
A deal that resulted in no prison time, only daily check-ins, counseling, no social media, and 150 hours of community service, which ends when he turns 19.
I don't understand how they're not supporting women, young girls, how they're not standing up for us.
Beyond the signs and the chants, a call for volunteers.
All right, do you have something to say? Is that what you're trying to say?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so cerebral tackle brings up a good point. Okay, and let's see if I can find that real quick. Right. Where'd it go? Oh, right there. All right. So.
Oh, that okay.
This one, okay. The Oklahoma has a Romeo and Juliet statute, which is there's a 4-year difference. So as long as they're within that 4 years, it's technically not like a statutory rape or anything like that, according to Oklahoma law or whatnot. But the problem that I have is the fact that choked one of these girls almost completely out. Okay.
Two of them.
Right. And I think it goes beyond the statutory rape BS.
We're not talking about statutory rape. We're talking about violent rape here. There's no statutory rape.
Yes, but where he is at, this entire situation might be held underneath that forum. They may be looking at it underneath that forum, because if it was held to the standard of a, what do you call it, your violent rape, okay, then he would have got way more time than what he did. Okay, I think that what they're doing is they're doing the girls injustice by utilizing this statute.
It's a loophole.
Correct. Exactly. I think that is what is going on right here, is the fact that they are utilizing a loophole in order to lessen the sentence for this young man.
Yeah, they're exploiting it 100%.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. All right, let's watch the rest of it. Really is, right?
Volunteers to help collect signatures to eventually get a petition off the ground.
And I want safe schools for my daughter. She deserves to be able to go to school, not amongst rapists.
In Payne County, Abigail Franklin, Oklahoma's News 4.
So that's that story. It is 9 o'clock right now. What do you guys think? I have other stories ready to go. I have a 10-minute story. I have a 8-minute story and a 2-minute story. Can we get to all of them?
We could try
Or
a couple.
some of them? All right, I'll let you guys decide what should go first. I'll read you the headlines. Couple charged with abandoning their dog and going to Maui. 8 teens from Pennsylvania arrested for retail theft in Florida. And driver arrested after allegedly passing a school bus on the grass. Which one do you want first?
School bus on the grass?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to hear this one.
Okay.
I
Do
think
that one
the
first.
others would be a little. I think this one is a little more. Yeah, let's do this one.
All right. This is the short one.
If you watch this video, it will literally make your heart jump.
Heart-stopping video captures the moment.
Yeah. Did you see the kid pop out of the bus?
Not only that, but you see the damn light pole?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's a kid right there.
Ah.
Is this a pool service company?
Swim Pure.
Sure.
Yeah,
It's a
it is.
pool place.
Yep, there's the. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Heart-stopping video captures the moment a near disaster is averted for Austin ISD and one family as a driver appears to ignore the school bus stop sign, nearly hitting a student.
The truck proceeds to drive away without stopping. Luckily, the student is unharmed.
The video, shared by Austin ISD, takes us back to October 8th when the school bus comes to a stop on Old San Antonio Road in South Austin. As the bus stops and the doors open, a commercial pickup truck drives around another car and drives around the passenger side of the bus, coming inches away from a student looking to step
Literal
off.
seconds away from killing that child. Seconds.
I mean, I've heard of emergency pool services, but this is not. No.
Yeah.
In court documents, that 12-year-old student told police, quote, "The tire drove by my foot," before getting emotional and saying he felt like he could have died that day.
I cannot stress enough the severity of this incident. A motor vehicle can become a weapon when operated unsafely or without regard to human safety.
Through collaboration with AISD's bus cameras vendor Bus Patrol, district police were able to identify the plate number of the suspect vehicle and identify the driver as 31-year-old D-Ray Marion after speaking with Swim Pure, the company owner of the vehicle.
One of the things we are very fortunate versus Bus Patrol versus previous vendor, as you all saw, we have cameras all around the bus.
And so I think it's imperative, and we're honored to be a part of the solution here in Austin, that we're harnessing technology. We're coming together to educate the community and ultimately try to change behavior.
Though this happened back in October, officials are highlighting student safety just weeks after the district notified self-driving car vendor Waymo about school bus violations involving its car this school year.
Is there any significance in relation to the date of holding this press conference today versus what you all put out a couple weeks ago?
No, I think it's consistent with what we've always said is our student safety is our priority.
Thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe.
Crazy, right?
And the fact that he went in between the bus and that damn pole. I can understand. I mean, those situations jacked as it is, but why did he go around the outside of the pole?
I think 5 membership on my channel is more than $20, so we got a drink, guys. I'm going to give out dog treats too, but I'm pretty sure, Erica will correct me if I'm wrong, but I kind of wanted to have another drink anyway, because watching these people destroy children is a little like I need a drink is what I'm saying.
And the 12-year-old going, yeah, he went right by my foot.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, at first you're like, what the? And you start thinking about it, and the realization hits you 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later. You could have been
20 seconds. Not minutes.
I'm saying that the realization hits you later. It doesn't hit you right away. Like how?
Oh yeah.
you know, and you're like, and you start crying and whatnot at that age. Good Lord, that poor kid.
Cheers, Erica. Thank you very much. Erica gifted 5 memberships, and congratulations to the people who got those. On my channel, we have a game night once a month. It's going to be in between the Saturday in between Christmas and New Year's this month. We usually do it on the 3rd Saturday. Cheers. This month we have something going on this weekend, so we can't do it this coming up weekend. But the in between Christmas and New Year's, we will have that game night. And I'm going to pass out some chicken hearts for the dogs as well. I know Erica loves Xena, so we have Xena on the screen right now. Xena, do you want a chicken heart?
Mr. 3, we didn't hear anything about you about this bus.
Yeah, go ahead while I give out the chicken heart.
I can see it in your face that, you know, there's something going on there that you want to, you know.
My dad told me if I didn't have something nice to say, don't say it.
Bullshit. I know your dad.
I know you do.
He also said, make sure you tell the truth.
I don't know what was going through that.
It's nuts. I don't know.
I don't know what was going through that guy's head and
not much
reasoning for doing what he's doing, but
I think
I would like to know if the guy was high. What.
That's not going to make it any better.
No. The part 2. I want to know the part 2 of this.
Yeah.
I mean, how long do you think it took them to find him?
Not long.
I was going to say, if you don't stop for a school bus, pretty much anywhere in this country, they will find you almost. I mean, they have very good technology on school buses. Everything is recorded. Once their sign goes out, if you pass them, like even it doesn't even have to be all the way out. Once it like the red lights start flashing before the sign goes out, you cannot pass a school bus. Don't do it.
But I'm just saying it could have taken 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours before they got a hold of him, and at that point, he's already got whatever he's got out of his system, mostly out.
Yep.
Maybe.
Sober.
Yeah, maybe.
Now, did I hear that correctly when they said he was the owner of that base?
No. I think he was an employee.
He was an employee, but they got a hold of the owner to find out.
Or he might have been a part owner or something.
Yep.
So.
Do you guys want to hear about the couple who abandoned their dog to go on a nice holiday to Hawaii, or do you want to check in with Grady Judd?
Question.
Yeah.
Is the dog up for adoption?
I mean, it is here in Georgia. I don't know. Maybe.
Is it a dog that I would want?
I want all of the dogs. So, yes.
Or is it a
It's
rat
not a small,
or a cat
it's not a small
masquerading as a dog?
No, it's not a small dog.
Okay.
It's a regular sized dog.
Okay. Well, let's hear that one.
Go with that one.
Because
Okay.
I like Judd. I like Sheriff Judd.
So we'll save Sheriff Judd for last?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We can do this.
Because he'll make me laugh at least.
He's entertaining, that's for sure.
Do you know who Grady Judd is?
Because this
Chris?
is a really incredible story. I teased.
No. Oh, well, you're in for a treat here. You're gonna like.
No, I mean, I might. I don't know. We'll see.
To you right as we were coming in. A couple is facing animal cruelty charges. Authorities in Fayette County actually say they've been charged with abandoning their dog right before going on vacation to Maui, if you can believe it. That trip led to their arrest for animal cruelty. And Fox 5's Doug Evans has more on this story. So let's get out live to Doug. Doug, you're standing by. When you pitched this in our morning meeting, Doug, and we were talking about this story, I think no one could believe the idea or fathom dropping your dog off and abandoning it and then taking a trip to Hawaii. It just doesn't compute.
I just want to point out for everybody in the chat, this is how we got Xena. Somebody dropped off Xena at a boarding place to go on vacation and never came back for her. And that's how she ended up at the rescue where we ended up adopting her. So
true story.
If we get another dog that way, it might be a pattern for us. Just saying.
Yeah, and it's a sweet little doggy, Ariel. His name is Blue. Let's show you some video. Authorities found Blue tied up to the front door of the Fayette County
What do you think? Is that a dog you want?
That dog and Ava would have a blast.
Do you want me to get online at the Fayette County Animal whatever and see if Blue's up for adoption?
Absolutely.
What do you think, chat? Should we adopt Blue?
And sewer department. And you
So
got to
older pup,
realize
too.
that building is right next door to animal control in Fayette County. This happened on a Sunday afternoon. The doggy wasn't found until Monday morning. And so they looked at the security cameras and they see a couple had dropped the dog off.
Look at
and
these
given it
assholes.
food.
Do you
And
see these assholes right here on your screen? They wanted to go on vacation in Hawaii. They couldn't pick up the Rover app. I would have dog sat Blue.
Yeah.
water, so that raised some concerns. And then they found a note with the dog as well. The note read that something along the lines of, my owner and I spent the last 4.5 years together every day, but he died and now there's no one to take care of me. My name is Blue. Thanks. Well, they began their investigation. The first thing that they did was look at the microchip in the dog. Yes, the dog had a microchip, and it came back to an owner in Morrow in Clayton County. And that owner's name was Kenneth Beschers. So then they run a check on Kenneth Beschers and his wife, Joanna Payne, and they try to find out where they are, try to locate them.
Yeah, exactly.
And they did. They located them in Maui. And so apparently, according to authorities here in Fayette County, the couple was on vacation at the time. Abandoning your dog is a crime, as you'll hear right now from the director of Fayette County Animal Control, Tracy Thompson. How long had the dog been there?
It was in the middle of the day on a Sunday, so most of the day on Sunday and then all night until we got here on Monday morning. And we were open that Sunday, but they didn't come down here.
Probably, what, less than 100 yards away?
Yep.
With signage?
And he was quiet, so we didn't know he was there until he was discovered by them. Yeah.
So naturally you checked the microchip?
We did. We scanned the dog for a microchip, found out who it went back to, tried to call them. Just didn't, you never know. Sometimes animals are stolen. There was a note left with the dog, so that was odd too. That said the owner had passed away, but we found an owner attached to the microchip.
Maybe the owners
left a
need to
message,
pass
never
away.
Could get them. We were able to do some investigating, find out where they
sorry.
lived, which was in Morrow. So the marshals, Fayette County marshals, took over the case so they could.
I don't
make
know
contact with
exactly
them.
where, like, you're more familiar because you get out of the house more than I do, but Fayette County's not, it's like, what, an hour from here or something, probably, right?
Roughly, yeah.
Morrow?
I
don't know. I mean, I'm off work till January, so
If you can find Blue.
I have time to go to Fayette County, is all I'm saying.
And they did?
They did. It took a minute because they had discovered that they were on vacation in Maui, so they had to wait till they came back.
Are you able to connect the dots and say that them going to Maui might have something to do with the dog being left?
I would think maybe it did, which, there are boarding facilities. You don't have to dump your dog to go on vacation. And abandoning an animal is a crime. And as they found out, you go to jail for that.
Did they say anything about why they did it? Or?
I never personally spoke to them at all. The marshals probably have.
Okay.
They did turn them.
That lady looked fed up with
Oh,
people
yeah.
dumping their dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did turn themselves in. Poor little Blue.
after their
He's a sweet
vacation.
doggy. I spent some time with him this morning over there at Animal Control. They tell me that he's been great. no discipline problems, no problems from him at all. No reason they could see why somebody would abandon him. No behavior issues that might perturb someone enough to abandon their dog, right or wrong. And so, you know, the only thing they can get back to is that there was this Maui vacation. Right? So they're charged with not only abandoning Blue, they're also charged with cruelty to animals. Both of those charges are misdemeanors, Ariel.
You know, Doug, it's really just remarkable because I think a lot of people could maybe get their head around the idea, you know, those of us who have pets, we can't fathom leaving our dog. But, you know, okay, maybe if you had financial trouble, maybe if there were behavioral issues, something horrible's going on and you're overcome with guilt, right? And you're like, hey, I need this dog to have a better life. But why would you then, as they're accused of doing, tie it up to the sewage department instead of taking it?
They were on a vacation in Hawaii. If you can't afford a dog sitter for the time you're going on vacation, you don't get a vacation.
Correct. Absolutely. Yeah,
Animal control, you know, just a short distance. It's like, did they know that that was right there? And obviously one can only speculate, but at the end of the day, it was very cold. I can only imagine, you know, what that poor sweet dog was going through being tied up overnight. And the fact that it was quiet and didn't make any sounds, that's remarkable.
Sounds like a good dog.
We all know how our doggies react when we leave for like
these guys
10 minutes and come.
Say again?
These guys are going to get slapped. They're going to get
A slap
fined
on the
to
wrist.
very minimal jail time, if any, and they're gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back in and they think it's been 10 hours, right? Imagine poor Blue tied up to the door of the sewer department for overnight for hours and hours. Listen, when you talk about, you know, was there some confusion there? Maybe they went to the wrong building. There are tons of signs labeling the Fayette Animal Shelter this way to the Fayette Animal Shelter, this way, this way, this way, arrows pointing. And then there are little dog paws on the street, right? All the way down the street leading to the shelter. Tracy Thompson told me that what she suspects, and this is just a suspicion on her part, right, is that it's a Sunday, the shelter is open, maybe they didn't understand that the shelter would be open, and maybe their intention was to leave the dog, but couldn't leave the dog because they don't take owner surrenders at the shelter. They're also out of county. They don't live here.
They went to a different county to do
And
this.
so then they go to the next building over and they tie Blue up to the door there. That's just her suspicion.
That's a good point.
Right?
You know,
Maybe
Doug,
it happened that way.
something else, that note too, it just absolutely something else. I'm glad
it's heartbreaking.
Just, and
right?
and we see it on screen
And
while we're
it's a
chatting.
lie.
Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day.
It's heartbreaking and a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that the dog was able to
Well,
find the shelter. Yep.
Yeah. In the end, guess what did him in? Blue himself.
Yeah. The chip.
Turned it.
Yeah.
He held the key to solving the case all along, and they didn't realize it.
Well, Doug, thank you so much for bringing this story to our attention. I could chat with you about this for a long time because I think that there's just a lot of different ways.
I could chat about it for a long time too because these people are horrible, horrible people who deserve everything they have coming to them. Like a lot of people in this world, they have everything that they deserve will come to them.
No legal fiction. This was not the feel-good story you were looking for.
This is not the feel-good story show tonight.
This next one's kind of good. I mean,
I didn't have a feel-good story prepped.
No. Grady Judd. I mean, this is kind of a feel-good.
Grady Judd is entertaining, that's for sure. Hi, Legal Fiction. Good to see you. By the way,
Florida, right?
We are drinking tonight. Yes, this is Polk County, Florida.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, I do know him.
Yeah, I like this guy.
I guess I have my mission tomorrow is to look in. Did they say Forsyth County?
Fayette.
Is that what it was?
Fayette?
Fayette County.
Yeah.
So I need to look up the animal shelter in Fayette County and see if Blue is available for adoption. Now, you do understand that when I get on an animal adoption website, even if Blue is not up for adoption, stuff might happen. There might be other dogs here. Like, even if Blue's not there, I'm sure there's plenty of other dogs that need a home. Just saying. It happens. That's why I can't go. What happened the last time I went on petfinder.com?
I know. Trust me, I know.
Right here. This is what happened the last time I went on the petfinder.com website. That one.
Let's see. I'm looking at Fayette County.
Legal Fiction wants to know if he can pet that dog. Of course you can pet that dog. I'm on the wrong.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I need to. I'm not on the Booze and Body Cams one, so I don't have that video. There we go. Found it.
Can I pet that dog?
No.
Can I pet that dog?
No.
Can I pet that dog?
No, he's
Can I
sleeping.
pet that dog?
Of course you can pet that dog. Legal Fiction for $20. And as you just saw in that last story, we might have extra dogs here to pet next week. Who knows? Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Miss Katie, I've got a thing that I need you to help me with. This reminded me of it. Can you pet that dog? There's something that I would like to have your help adding to.
Oh, how to add videos?
Yeah, that little clippy thing. Yeah.
It can definitely do it. All right. Last story. I do have to say, does not bode well for the harassment claims to come in with sock accounts. Y'all just screenshot before you kick people. That's all I'm asking. All right, so this is out of Polk County, Florida, and this is Sheriff Grady Judd. Let's see what he has to say.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being with us today. I think I have a very interesting press conference. First and foremost, I want to compliment the Cocoa Tigers. They won the championship after finishing the season 15-0. It was the Atlantic Coast Youth Athletics Association. And they beat the Thoroughbreds 26-6. I mean, they didn't just beat them, they ran over them. And the Thoroughbreds were from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So, Cocoa Tigers, you did it the right way. That's teamwork with great young men doing the right thing. Now I want to introduce you to 8 of the Thoroughbreds. And here they are. You look at the Thoroughbreds and you find out, what were they doing? What were they doing on Saturday morning? Well, let me tell you what they were doing. They Ubered from where they were staying. They had come from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, down to the Dick's Sporting Good in Posner Park. Not only did they Uber down there to shop, they had no intentions of paying for their product. So they came into the store in 2 groups, and they began to systematically steal product. And that's exactly what they did. They stole, and they stole, and they stole, and they stole, and they stole. Yeah, how do you like that? This is everything that they stole. And guess what? As we've said before, you can't go any place, anytime, that you're not on a camera. So Dick's Sporting Goods knows that they're stealing because they're watching this systematic, organized theft ring called a football team. Now, not only did they steal 47 items, but ostensibly, they may have cost their team the championship and the football game because I don't know if these all were starters or not, but I can tell you that we were finishers. We arrested them.
By the way, the surveillance cameras that are in stores right now, especially big companies like Walmart, Target, Dick's Sporting Goods, they are so good. We were talking about surveillance cameras earlier about that Brown University shooting. The ones that are inside stores are top quality, top of the line. They can see you. They can see who you are.
I can tell you that stores like Target, Walmart, especially Target, you can find this documentary about Target and their surveillance on many different platforms.
I covered it on my show. KFAR and I covered it.
Yeah. The camera system that they have is beyond what you would expect a convenience store or grocery store, or even like it is so advanced, it's unreal because of the fact that what do you think, like 2% of what Target or Walmart has is set aside for theft. They've already calculated that in, so they take that money and they automatically put it into the surveillance so they can get these criminals that are coming in and snatching thousands upon thousands of dollars, and they're helping with law enforcement. Yeah.
Target has 2 crime labs in the United States.
One in Minneapolis?
I think it's in I'm not sure where they are, but I do know that the local police in Texas, I believe it was, asked the Target crime lab to help them solve crimes.
Oh yeah.
And they did, because their technology is so much more advanced than the government has. So
well, they're also private, so they can put things in rotation a little bit quicker than what the government can. So
I think it was an arson case that they helped solve.
Not only arson, but they're able to do fingerprints, blood work, and stuff like that. Yeah. And you're like, wait, this is Target? Yeah, they've got this.
We took them to the Juvenile Assessment Center and we put them in lockup. But I want to introduce you to their coach. His name's Raynon Bynes, B-Y-N-E-S. So when we notify the coach who is responsible for them, you would think he would be interested in holding them accountable and responsible. Instead, he goes to the deputies and begs them not to take these young men into custody. Oh, don't arrest them. Drop the charges. Let them go. And then when we said no, then they go to Dick's Sporting Goods to the manager and said, oh, don't charge them. Don't charge them. They were not taking bubble gum one piece to chew. They stole over $2,000 worth of products, over 47 different products they stole. And then when it was evident that they were going to be arrested, then the coach says, don't you guys have anything better to do? What are all these deputies doing here? Don't you have anything better to do than arrest these kids? Listen, I don't know how you do things in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, but in Polk County, Florida, we'd lock you up for stealing, for being a thief. So this is part of a football team. This is also the thoroughbred thieves, and it's their choice. It's their choice to go to jail because they Ubered down and were actively ripping off Dick's Sporting Goods. 47 items, I believe they were caught with. So at the end of the day, the message is clear. Not just in this.
Being a coach of this team and finding out your team stole $2,000 worth of stuff and then trying to be like, oh no, let them go. They have a football game to play.
I can't imagine.
My
kids.
My coach in high school would have kicked us off. You wouldn't have played for the rest of your high school career if you got caught shoplifting on I don't even know, probably even if it wasn't on a school outing.
One of my coaches was an old school Marine, and he would have whooped the shit out of us.
Yeah.
And the school would have done nothing about it.
True. It's a different time back then. It was a different time. I can remember getting wrapped on the hands with a ruler when I was. I have a scar on the back of my hand from a nun hitting me with a ruler.
We had a principal that had a paddle that he called Mr. Green, and it had holes drilled into it so that it was faster going through the air, less wind resistant.
Aerodynamic. Cerebral tackle for $20. We busted 6 females called the Bowheads. It took 6 companies with several teams a year with great cameras. They knew when to ditch and run. They had a lookout system. Target created that lab out of that case. Wow, I had no idea, Cerebral tackle. That's awesome.
Yeah, that lab that Target has is very, very high tech.
Very advanced. Thank you for the $20 super chat. Amazing. All right, let's get back to Grady.
Christmas season, but anytime. All of these stores have cameras, and we have relationships with all of these stores. If you come here to Polk County and steal, there's no notices to appear, there's no warnings. You're in handcuffs and taken to the county jail or taken to juvenile lockup, period. You don't want to go to jail? You don't want to go to juvenile lockup? Don't steal. We didn't choose to arrest you. You chose to be arrested. And that's the way it is. And for the coach, you're way off base here, buddy. Way off base. You're the ultimate loser. If you'd been coaching these kids upright, if you knew where they were, if you didn't allow them to Uber away, they would have played in a ball game Saturday night. So you have a compare and contrast here. Let me tell you, this is the heroes. This is the coach and the team that did it right. And I'm so proud of them. And I'm proud of their 15-0 season. That's a great group of young men there. And this was their opponent Saturday night, absent these 8 guys. Because, you know, it's hard to be on the football field when you're locked up. Is there any questions?
Sheriff, is this type of organized crime, is this something you see a lot this time of year?
Do you know we see theft go up around the Christmas times for obvious reasons? There's a lot of people that need product for gifts in small order. I am hugely frustrated with this. The coaching, the supervision wasn't there, or these kids wouldn't have been running wild. These kids knew better. Maybe you steal stuff in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania and get away with it. Hey, here's a note to people in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. If you hold kids accountable and responsible, and they know if they go in a store and steal, they're going to be held accountable, they don't do it. You didn't see 8 kids from Polk County in a store this weekend stealing, did ya? And there's 850,000 people in this county. Well, and then you have a coach comes down there and tries to beg them out of it instead of holding them accountable. It's frustrating. But our crime in Polk County is a 53-year low. Ask and see if crime in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, is at a 53-year low.
I'm guessing no.
They were taken to the juvenile center. What's next?
Juvenile Assessment Center.
Have they had their first appearances?
What happens is they will be referred for criminal charges to the state attorney's office and the juvenile system. And at that point in time, they'll have to come back. So they're all going to have another trip to Polk County because they're going to be held accountable here for their criminal conduct. It's a felony. They were charged with felony retail theft and also conspiracy to commit felony retail theft. And it's ironic that they would try that in Polk County to start with The next thing that is interesting is we have one of the few organized retail crime teams in the state of Florida in Polk County. So there's your sign.
Were any of them apologetic or?
No, none of them confessed, none of them talked, and they were ultimately charged and will be charged as we talk about here. But here's what's interesting about it. They let the team down. What about the rest of the kids on the team that came from Philadelphia to compete for a national championship? These guys let the rest of the team down.
That's true. I didn't even think of that. Like the whole rest of the team, like what if this was their like best players or whatever, and they ended up losing because these idiots had to go to Dick's Sporting Goods and steal. They could have lost out on a national title or whatever it was.
Oh yeah,
whatever they were playing for.
And I know that people don't like Judge Grady, and they think that he's kind of full of himself.
I like him.
But imagine your town, and your town gets hit with crime on a regular basis, and you finally have someone that is going to do something about the crime in your town. You're going to stand behind them. Okay.
Yeah.
And the reason I like him is because he doesn't pull any punches with any of the criminals. And yes, he has had criminals that are white on here quite often.
Yeah. There's a pretty famous press conference he gave with the sex offender. Like they did some sort of pedophile sting, and it was mostly white guys.
Oh yeah, he holds no punches when it comes to any
against
of it.
Criminals, as am I, by the way.
So, I mean, it's one of those things where, yes, you can pick and choose, little clips of what he does. But when you look at his overall track record, he's just trying to get his community back where it's supposed to be at, get the riffraffs out, and, promote the good shit that's going on. Chris, what do you think?
Was somebody in the chat saying that he only highlights black criminals? I wasn't paying attention.
No, it was, it was just yeah.
I was going to say, because at the beginning of this, he had a board with the team from Polk County, which seemed to be the same demographic as the criminals, and highlighting them and what great kids they were. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a shame for the rest of the thoroughbreds, but it goes to show you can do the right thing and win championships. They did the right thing. You can do the wrong thing and end up in jail and let your football team down. So they'll never know whether or not they could have bested this really great team from Cocoa. But I tell you this, if you steal in Polk County, you go to jail. And I don't want to hear you whine and you're complaining and you're belly aching and all of that nonsense. If you don't steal, we're your new best friends. If you steal, we're your worst enemy. Merry Christmas. Okay, thank you very much.
That's it. What do you guys think?
Well, you just had a thing up there where it showed him with females, white females.
Oh yeah.
And people like to say that Grady Judd, is racist in some way or one fashion or another. But when you look at his overall track record, he hates people doing crime in his area so much that he doesn't care who you are or what race you are. He's going to promote you just like, you would someone that's doing the Super Bowl halftime. Like, look who we got. And that's why I like him. Do I agree with everything he says? But who does?
I don't agree with anything anybody, like 100% of.
Oh, you guys just hear what she says about me.
I mean, I barely agree with myself from 20 minutes ago. So
that is true. What do you think, Chris? Like, seriously, I know you said that you haven't heard a lot about him, but you do recognize him. What do you think about this?
I think what kind of gets me out of more than anything of this is I've seen that it's for this guy. It's not been racially motivated. Okay, so
No.
this guy,
Yeah.
I think this guy is probably producing these just to kind of help ward off would-be, wannabe criminals.
Oh, in his area? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
With that being said, I agree with what he's doing personally. What I don't agree with is their coach. I think their coach is a disgrace.
Crazy, right?
I think that guy needs to be pulled and never be allowed to coach kids again.
Yeah.
If you're going to go to those 8 students that were caught in a different state stealing
On a school function, probably on the
function.
school's dime,
Absolutely 100%. This guy needs to go.
At least subsidized. I mean, I'm sure, like, I know when I traveled for sports and stuff in high school, like, my parents had to pay for some of it, but it's subsidized by the school,
Yeah. And the other thing is, he made a very good point, is these 8 kids ruined it for the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Yes,
No one's going to think about the thoroughbreds in a good light because of these 8 kids. What about the other, 20 kids on the team?
Yep.
They're going to be looked at, oh, you're a part of the thoroughbreds? Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah. Cerebral Tackle says, I don't think he's racist. I think he's a camera whore. I agree, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, because when you have a sheriff that gets in front of the camera and calls people out like this, people think twice about committing crimes where this sheriff is. And I think that actually might be a good thing for his community.
Oh, and he also put in here, he seems to be more annoyed when it's young people committing crimes because he expects more from the kids.
He has hope for the future of humanity. It's disappointing when it's kids.
Yeah, and the thing is it goes back to who's teaching the kids. It's the coaches, it's the parents, and they're the ones letting them down. They're the ones not giving the example that they need to be as they grow up into members of society.
Absolutely. All right. Are you pressing buttons?
I'm trying to unpress buttons. Stop pressing buttons.
We're pressing buttons at the same time.
See, Chris is in the clear here because he doesn't have any option of pressing buttons.
He doesn't have buttons.
He just lets his fan hit the ground and look behind you.
That's it. That's the show. Did you guys enjoy having a Monday?
My fan hit the ground.
Look behind you.
That's my air purifier.
Oh, it looked like a box fan on the ground blowing dust into the air.
No, Mrs. 3 put that in the other night when he lit up a cigar inside the house. She ducked
his
her head
house.
in.
It's his. He's allowed.
I don't think that's how it works, honey. I dare you to
didn't
try
say
to
it was
light up
our
a
house.
cigar.
It did because I still have it.
I dare you to
didn't say
try
it
to
was
light
my
up a
house.
cigar
Said it
in the
was his
basement
house.
right now and see who's sleeping in the car in the driveway.
Zena, Ava, Pinch.
Anywho, enough with our marital spats.
Hey, I'm not involved in this one.
That's it. That's the show. Do you guys have anything you want to promote your show?
Mr. 3, what do you got
with
going
that.
on?
What have I got going on?
Yeah.
Droopy eyes. I'm tired.
Yeah.
He's ready to go to bed.
It's been a long day, brother.
Oh, it has. It has. I
But,
got an early morning tomorrow. I hear you. I feel you.
These are the Poor Brothers Decisions. Please subscribe to them. I just put their link in the chat. They do a show on Saturday evenings, although not
appreciate
this coming up Saturday, because I'm stealing Mr. Zed and taking him out of town. So
Go on.
Duck feed for the road. Yes, absolutely. They're trying to get us to not end the show. Is the problem. Legal Fiction for $10. Thank you so much. I actually have exactly. No, there's 4. I was going to say I thought I had exactly 3 duck feed in here, but I have 4.
Ava deserves an extra one.
No.
Yes, she does.
No. She can have one on Wednesday when somebody donates. There's one for Ava.
I tried Ava.
Leia. And Zena.
I got to get another bottle.
I know.
Yeah.
Look, I'm almost out of that.
Oh, look at that. Knob Creek's gone. Almost.
Did you guys decide when your next show is going to be, since it will not be on Saturday evening?
We haven't decided 100%, but I think it's going to be on Monday.
Okay.
After we get back.
So like a week from today.
Correct. I think it'll be a week from today if he's up for it. But again, we haven't decided for it, exactly due to, logistics.
And I'm assuming it's not going to go till 10 o'clock like my show does.
No.
I don't understand. People are just neglected over there in the Rumble chat, but I'm in the Rumble chat right now, and I'm not neglecting you.
KTZed hates Rumble.
I think he just does that because he knows that
Is he
I'm
the
like,
only
oh
one
no,
over there?
am I missing something over there?
Is he the only one over there?
He is, yeah.
Hey, Q, keep it up. I respect it. I respect the game.
Erica did pop in there a second ago too. But I wish more people would watch on Rumble, because Rumble takes 20% instead of 30%. So if you guys Rumble rant instead of Super Chat, that's great. Just saying. Anywho, that's it. That's the show. I'm going to press the buttons to end the show. Subscribe to Poor Brothers. It is in the chat several times. I'll put it in there one more time just to be sure if you guys want it. And I will be back here Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern with my co-host Kfar for another episode of Booze and Body Cams. See you guys then. Bye, guys.
We love you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Look forward, cause the salt is back. Swear to God, I'm at the cul-de-sac. Yeah, I'm used to rubbing lamps in my sultan's hat. And now it's all back to this cul-de-sac. Don't know what's ahead, but you can't look back. Lot's wife is just salty Jack. You got them handshake deals.